Okay, so for this video, I'm going to go over the second half of the second test review. Problems get a little bit more complicated on this page. We got some multi-step stuff in here. So just pay attention as we go through this, and I'm sure you guys will do great. So looking at this one, we've got, just a reminder, if you didn't see the first video, anytime that you multiply or divide by a negative number to each side, the inequality sign flips. So it goes the other direction. Just a quick reminder, that's a big key thing you gotta watch out for with the inequalities. Okay, this one, I've got two best friends, a regular one and a creepy one, and then an acquaintance. You always get a number that's adding or subtracting first, assuming it isn't being divided by anything. So we would add 2 to each side. So that'd be -6 is greater than 9x over -6. And again, if I'm moving too quickly or anything like that, you can pause or rewind. I'm going to move kind of fast here so that you guys can don't have like a million minutes to watch. So 9x over -6 is less than -6. So we're going to multiply by the creepy best friend to get rid of him since he's dividing. Now we're multiplying by a negative to each side. That means that the inequality sign has to flip. And you're going to get 36 is now less than 9x. And then you divide by 9, and you're going to get 4. Okay, sorry about that. You get 4 is, and it doesn't do anything to the inequality sign because it's positive 9, so less than x. And that would be one answer. And then we're going to graph it. So 3, 4, 5. It's going to be an open circle, regular inequality symbol, and it's eating the variable, so it's going to go to the right. Eats the variable, goes right. Eats the number, it goes left. That's the quick rule of thumb. Okay, number 10. This one, we've got a creeper, right? It's underneath the entire problem, so we got to get rid of him first. We're going to start by multiplying by a -4. Now I'm multiplying a negative to each side, so warning, I've got to flip the inequality sign. It's got to go the other direction. That leaves 17 minus x. It's less than or equal to positive 16. Okay, then I got to get rid of the acquaintance here. He's technically a positive 17, so I'm going to minus 17 because, again, I want that to go to 0. And you always look at the sign in front when you're adding or subtracting. And since it's positive, you would subtract 17 to each side. Cancels out. You're left with negative x is, and I didn't actually flip the sign, greater than or equal to -1. And then you got to divide by the -1 because you have to have a positive x. Now you're dividing by a negative, so you got to flip the sign, and x is going to be less than or equal to a positive 1. And there's one answer. Then we do our graph, 0, 1, 2. And it's going to be a closed circle because it's equal to, got the line under it. And it's eating the number, so it's going to go to the left. That would be your graph. Okay. Number 11. I've got two like terms here, so we're going to combine those first. So 4n minus 5n is -n, or 1n if you want to. It's greater than or equal to -1. So then to solve it, I would have to divide by -1 to each side. It's dividing by a negative, so it's going to flip the inequality sign and is less than or equal to a positive 1. And there's one answer. Then you do your interval notation, 0, 1, 2. It's going to be a closed circle, eating the number, so it's going to go to the left. That would be your graph on that one. Okay, next one. Again, I have some like terms, so I'm going to start by combining those. 5 and a -8. I'm going to get -5r minus 3. And then that business is still over there. So best friend, acquaintance, going to get rid of the acquaintance first, so add 3. Gives me 15 is greater than -5r. And then to get rid of the -5, I have to divide because it's multiplying, so I divide each side by -5. Now I'm dividing by a negative, so it's going to flip the inequality sign. It's going to go the other direction. And I'm going to get -3 is less than r. So there's one answer. Going to draw my graph. -4, -3, -2. It's going to be an open circle, eating the variable, so it's going to go to the right. And there's your second answer. Okay, not too tough, right? This one, I've got a couple of like terms here. So 7 plus n plus 7n is 8n. And then I've got another couple like terms over here. So 1 plus 9n. Then I'm going to move the variable to one side. So just like with equations, you just add or subtract them. I usually with inequalities, I like to kind of keep them positive if I can, so you don't have to worry about flipping the sign. So I'm going to move the 8n, but you'd get the same answer if you move the other one too. So minus the 8n, you get 7 is greater than 1 plus n. And then you just minus the 1, and you get 6 is greater than n. So there is one answer. Do your graph, and then 5, 6, 7. It's going to be an open circle. It's eating the number, so it's going to go to the left. And there's your second answer. All right, 3 more to go. Here we go. Looking at this one, first thing I'm going to do is combine these like terms on this side. So I'm going to get negative 8x. And then I've still got this business over here. Then I'm going to move the x's to one side. So I'm going to add x, which leaves me negative 14 is greater than or equal to negative 7x. Then I'm going to divide by negative 7. So dividing by negative, inequality sign has to flip. I'm going to get positive 2 is less than or equal to x. And there's one answer. Draw my line. 1, 2, 3. It's going to be a closed circle. It's eating the variable, so it's going to go to the right. And there's the other one. Okay. Number 15. I've got like terms over here. So 3 plus a negative 4 is negative p. Less than or equal to, and then this side, I've got p and negative 5p, that's going to be negative 4p, and then I've got 15 and 6, which would be 21. Okay, then I'm going to add the 4p to the other side, so get the p's all on one side. That gives me 3p, it's less than or equal to 21. Divide by 3, that doesn't do anything to my inequality sign because it's a positive 3, so p is less than or equal to 7. So there's one answer. And then we do our graph. 6, 7, 8. It's going to be a closed circle because it's got that line under it. And it's going to go to the left because it's eating the number. And that is that one. And then this one is going to be super tough. We're going to combine our like terms. We got negative p greater than negative 8. Divide by the negative 1. Flips the sign because it's a negative number dividing, and p is now less than positive 8. There is the last problem, first answer. And then 7, 8, 9. It's going to be an open circle. It's eating the number, so it's going to go to the left. Okay. If you have any questions, ask your teacher. We're here to help. We want to help. Please let us help, especially since this is a test review. Make sure you get it all understood before you take the test. Okay? Always better to do best the first time. Okay. And let me just zoom out here again so you can look at all the work. You can pause it and look at all the work. If I can zoom out enough here. Okay. So there's all the work, all the answers, and all that jazz if you need it. Okay. See you guys out there.